Good morning, everybody. It is day 3 of the 7-day challenge, and I wanted to just give you a sneak peek into, actually it's not a sneak peek, it's a peek, it's a, look on in, into how you could be using the tools we have on offer here, and how it might be that you could make progress. And I just kind of want to show you this is what you can do, okay? I have 4 tabs open here. I have Asana with the checklist. I have 2 Reedsy editors. I'll get to that in a minute. And then I have the Teachable with all the lessons, right? Okay, so if you don't have any of these things, there are descriptions in Teachable here, pre-challenge prep, Reedsy. This is what you need to do. Here's the files to download. And then here's exactly how to download those and then upload those into Reedsy. So that's what I have in these 2 documents here and here. Then I have Asana, which is my checklist, which is what I kind of want to go through today, how we can use that together with Reedsy and then together with Teachable. All right. So I have 4 tabs open, and I'm going to show you why. I just learned from Nicolene this morning that you can also, I usually do the list view of the worksheet, but you can do board view, and then it looks like Trello. So here is where I am, right? So I've done these already, accounts set up. I did that except for story origin. And here's my book, my actual book. And then here, I think I changed the name slightly. It's like Playbook. Here, this is sort of about the book, things to do here. And cover and share and now what. Okay, so I'd like to get something done from my checklist here. And these are the representations of the 2 books in Reedsy. Now, in case this wasn't clear, and I'm saying this because I've talked to a few people and it wasn't clear, I have given you those 2 files in Teachable, these 2 files. They're Word docs. However, the plan is, and this is what I explained in that video, when you upload them to Reedsy, they become structured documents like we see over here. Okay, so this one is here. If I go back to sort of the Reedsy homepage, look at my books. So here I have my actual book, like the book, your book, right? My book, the book. Whereas here, and I given this one the name, if you downloaded a previous file, I just changed the name. It was called Playbook or Meta Book. And this is the about the book, things that are inside the book. But maybe it's working on the book. Now, I have very clear reasons for doing both of these, and I'll show you right now how. So if I want to work on my actual book, that's this one. And here's the book I'm going to be working on. This is where I'm writing the chapters. I'm doing, the work. Here's a chapter. Here's a chapter, right? Chapters over here. The second book, technically it's a book, is this Playbook or the worst book ever about the book. Now what I've done here is I've given you a template, and this is where you could do your work. So instead of a Google Doc or making comments in Asana or in a Word doc or on pen and paper, which is all fine, I wanted to at least offer you a place where you can put things. And so because of course when we publish our book, we're not going to have, a chapter called book titles, because this is where we're playing around. This is our test zone. This is our playground. This is our workspace. So that's what this one is for. So for example, I, want to work on quotes today. Then I'm going to go find some quotes and I just put them in here. But then those quotes, if they go in my real book, my actual book, okay, well here, let's do an example. I'm going to take this one, copy it from my sort of meta document here, my about the book document. I'm going to go make that, I'm going to make that the beginning of this chapter right here. And then I would do, look, they even have a little quote icon. Yay. Okay, cool. So then here, if I'm just playing around, I would go over to Asana, and let's say I did those quotes. Let's say I'm all done with that. I could go over here and say in Asana, check, I've done that. Cool. Now I want to do something else. You know what? I want to work on the epilogue. Again, I'm very backwards in the way I work on books. Here's the epilogue. I want to do that. And so I can go over to my real book, scroll down to the back matter, and then I need to make a chapter called Epilogue. And I'm just going to drag that down here from my back matter. There we go. Now I have an epilogue. So if it doesn't exist, like here, all this front matter, dedication, epigraph, forward, all that stuff, they have it sort of pre-made for you. But if they don't have those things, like in the back matter, they have about the author and also by. So I made my own epilogue. So I want to work here on my epilogue. And the epilogue is the end of the book, sort of what happened after the main story. And here I could write about how we broke through barriers and self-doubt to publish our first book, right? There. Yay, here's my chapter. Let's say I was done with that. I could then go over to Asana and say, hey, I'm done with the epilogue. Check. Done with that. Cool, right? So now I can see, well, what else do I have to work on here? You know what? I'm going to make a snack. Now, this Asana is not necessarily linear, right? You can work on this as you like. And if you want to work on your cover, okay, here's a whole section on cover. Or you want to work about the book, the sort of meta idea of on your book, here. Book is here. These are actual parts of the book. You know, the chapters, let's get some chapters done. Here is more the exercises I've given you, like 5-word hooks. What's that? Right? Go over to Teachable, and we'll see 5-word hooks. Okay, that's technically tomorrow. I'm pretty sure this one is open. The 5-word hooks. This is an exercise to talk about your book, and it's doing these 5-word exercises. So you'll see that here on day 4. And then you could say you do that, and where I would suggest you do that is in Reedsy. So I'm in Reedsy. I can go to the 5-word hooks page, and I can then, if you like to, by the way, you can just, this is all explanatory stuff, but then you could either, put that down at the bottom and start working here. And this is where I could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some kind of, I could do 5 words, right? I could do the things, and I could keep practicing here. Right? Okay, silly, right? There's my 5-word hooks, but that's where I practice. And let's say, hey, I'm done with the 5-word things. I come over here, back to my Asana. I've done the 5-word hooks. Boom. I did it. And then maybe I'm done for the day. Or maybe there's other things here, questions for potential readers. When you can see how this one has these little sub guys going on, 4 sub guys. So if you click on this, you're going to see the sub guys, right? And I can also make them show here. This one is, I've had some feedback on this. This is a toughie, the book review. Write your own terrible review. I hope Nicolene shares hers. She went nuts and really went to town on some harsh reviews. And I think this is really important. It's totally hard. You're talking about how bad your book is, what a terrible author you are. I mean, it sounds like, Bradley, what are you doing to me? You're killing me. I already think I'm a terrible author. I know. And you got to watch the M&M video about why we're doing this. We're getting it out of our system, and then we're going to beat down those fears. So let's say you did this and this. These are the subtasks. Oh, finally, we got some unicorns. We're finally, this one has subtasks, so in there, right? So this is then how I could imagine, or I could hope, or I can offer that you can work this week using a combination of Asana and then the Reedsy editor for your real book, right? Here's the body of the real book. Yesterday I was writing a chapter about Susan, and here's the about the book. So all of these things are not in your book. Like the description Here's the description from my Repossible book. That's not actually in my book. That's going to be in things like in Story Origin, when we get to that point, about they want the book description for the book. And then here are titles. Well, one subtitle is going to be in my book, but this is my exercise workout area for testing my subtitles. So I hope that's clear. Let me know if it's not. Send me a comment or in Tribe, or just send me an email and let me know if that's not clear, or if you're not getting these uploads into Reedsy, let me know. Or if Asana isn't working for you, let me know where you're stuck. Okay, I hope that helps with an overview of kind of where I am on day 3. And well, I am writing a book this week too, but where I am this week and where you are. And I hope that lines up a little bit. Okay, thanks.